We're going to look at screws now, which are a lot like wedges. It's it's basically an inclined plane wrapped around a cylinder. Average radius R. You'll notice it's not the largest, it's not the smallest, it's the average. Now, as you rotate the screw one full rotation, then point A will advance up the screw to point B, and it will advance a distance L. So you can take 2 pi r as being the total distance traveled, the angle of the inclined plane. To find the angle of the inclined plane, you can take the distance 2 pi r and the rise to be L. So the arctangent of L over 2 pi r will give you theta. And that's what this expresses right here. Okay, so we're looking at a screw. We're applying a moment to it. We're making it move up. And there's going to be a weight down. Maybe the weight's hanging from the bottom, not from the top, by the way. It might not be applied downward from the top. It might be hanging from the bottom. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. So looking at, this is a compressed view, looking at all the screws, the length of the screw in contact with the frame here. We see that we have a weight going down, we have a normal force, we have a friction force, and moment over R, M over R, that will tell us the force that is pushing the screw up the inclined plane. That's the deal there. Screws are used a lot for transmission, lifting power. Your jack on your car probably has a screw in it. The screws tend not to unscrew unless there's vibration. So you can use a cotter pin, which let's draw a picture of a cotter pin here. The idea of a cotter pin basically is that you have a screw and this is the schematic diagram of the screw. If you've taken ECE103 and know anything about drafting, this is a schematic of a screw. And you have the nut here. A nut here. Then you have a hole in the screw like so. Or this is a frame or a nut, it doesn't really matter. And a cotter pin is something that looks like this. And it's intended to go, it goes through the hole and around. And it's intended to prevent the screw from rotating, a cotter pin. Let's see, Loctite. You can buy that at the hardware store. You maybe have heard of it. You maybe have seen it to prevent a screw from rotating or a nut from rotating due to vibrations. It's mostly due to vibrations. That's why you use them. They're used in aircraft engines a lot because in an ordinary automobile engine, who cares? You can just pull over to the side of the road. You got a repair going on, but you don't want airplanes falling out of the sky. So all sorts of things. So a lock nut is also or a lock washer is also another way to do it. So a lock washer works by having an ordinary washer that is split. And this is a side view. And as you screw down the head of a screw or you screw down the head of a nut, if you try to reverse it, it gouges. This little point here gouges and prevents reversal. So that's another way to keep screws from backing out in the presence of vibration. If there's no vibration, most of the time a screw will hold. let it go. Okay. Um, for static friction, use mu s. For kinetic, use mu k. So looking at the figures, it's not hard to come up with the equations. Now R is going to be the at impending slip, or for the kinetic case, then we have the angle, the friction angle, if you will, is the arctangent of mu. Equilibrium from the equilibrium equations. Well, here's the two equilibrium equations. W is going to equal R cosine theta plus phi. So here's theta, here's phi. R times that, whatever projection it is up this axis, has to be equal and opposite to W. And M over R, that would be the R sine phi. Sine theta plus phi, excuse me, sine theta plus phi. And solving for M, eliminating, what are we eliminating? R, we're eliminating R. We're solving for M. The moment it requires WR tangent phi plus theta. Now, if the threads are really, really slippery, they can be slipping down. So you can have this kind of situation where R is going to be less than theta. Really, really slippery. That phi, phi is very, very tiny. So if the threads are really slippery, the point at which you need to apply, you have to apply greater than this to make it move up. And you have a negative sign here instead of a positive sign if you're going back downwards. Basically, if you're slipping down, you have a positive M, you're trying to push it up, but it's not, it's slipping down. Okay, and you'll notice that the motion tends to be downhill, even though you're trying to push it up. The motion tends to be downhill, so the friction is aiming uphill, opposite to the motion. Now, if you have a situation where you want a screw to be self-locking, that is, it takes zero or greater moments will create the situation where the screw won't unthread. That's what we're looking for. And that happens with phi greater than theta. If phi is big enough, that means the friction is big enough, then a screw won't unthread. Okay. And finally, downward motion. You're reversing the moment. Now you're theta minus phi instead of phi minus, oh, I wrote this wrong. Look at this. It should be phi minus theta, not theta minus phi. You're pushing downward this way. You're reversing the moment. You're trying to unscrew it. And yeah, instead of theta minus phi, it's phi minus theta. So I will have to correct the PowerPoint slides on that. And this is a good time to go ahead and end this video, and we'll do some problems next.